With two Ford F-Series trucks being sold every single minute, the new Ford F-150 is kind of a big deal. And the new 2021 model has been spied rolling around for testing with a lot of camouflage on it. And whenever I see camouflaged pictures like this, I can't help myself. I need to jump into Photoshop and see what it might look like. I think it's going to have a lot of design cues similar to the new Ford Bronco that's coming. I'm really excited about the Ford Bronco because I like the proportions of it. I've seen renderings of it. Some are really cool, while some are not so exciting. So what do we want to change on the Ford F-150 2020 or 21? I'm not sure what model year is going to be, but it's a new one coming. As we know, we have the camouflaged prototype driving around all over the place. So what I think is going to happen is, especially in this segment, the truck segment, it's not really about styling, it's more about function. Trucks today, or cars in general today, are a bit overstyled. It starts to become too many lines that doesn't have any function or doesn't have any meaning behind it. So I think going the opposite way, the new trend is going to be simplicity and simplistic geometries and simple geometries to create the graphics of the car. So what I want to do with the F-150 here is to create a large rectangle like this in the front right here, and within this rectangle we're going to have all the graphical elements of the car. I think this is going to be something that is going to be introduced with the Bronco. I think the Bronco is scheduled to come out before the new F-150, I'm not sure. But I think they will share a lot of graphics in the front. Keep the big rectangle in the front and have all the lighting and everything inside of this. I want to have some similar style to this. So we have a symmetry in the front. So we have the LEDs going something like this. We can create some graphics like that. And then we have a bar that sticks out like this. And within this bar we have the indicator lights, or maybe it's a what's it called, the running lights or something like that. Another thing I want to change on the front here is, you see these bumper pieces down here. I want to have them, instead of being laying down like this, I want to have them stand up like this. And the reason for that is there's a lot of horizontal lines going everywhere in this front. So having these be vertical instead of horizontal is going to create some sort of break when it comes to horizontal lines, and I think that just adds to the dynamic of the front. Another thing I want to change is the front fenders. I want to add a surface right here that is folded upward, so so it looks like the front is going to be wider than it actually is, because the surface that is facing up is wider than what we have right now. So I have some sort of crease in this corner right here. Same thing here, to just add some interesting lines and sculpture to this design. We can maybe add something in the rear head here as well. Final touches we're going to do on this F-150 is to change the wheels. Down here in Florida they do a bunch of lift kits, sometimes ridiculous, like you need a ladder to climb up in it, but I do kind of like it, but not when it's too much, not when it's overkill. So what I want to do is just add some off-road tires and just beef them up a little bit and have them be cooler, more off-road than country as we have right here, or like ranch style that we have here, or whatever, you know what I'm talking about. With that said, let's jump into the redesign. Let's get to work and let's see how this F-150 is going to turn out. Alright, so here we are inside of Photoshop. So let's get started with this rectangular front design graphic that I was talking about in the intro. Now, talking about trucks in general, I don't have a lot of experience with them, because in Sweden, as you know, or maybe not, I don't know, but if you're from Europe, you know that we don't have a lot of trucks everywhere. If we do have if we see some pickup trucks, they're usually part of an electric company or like road work or something like that, but we don't really have pickup trucks for civilian use. Although I think that might be changing now, because I have a feeling trucks are getting more popular in Europe as well. Personally, I'm not a truck guy, but the reason for that is I think it is because I've never owned a truck. I think once, if I ever own a truck, which I probably will in the future, I think it would be hard to go back to not having a truck because of the convenience of it. It doesn't matter what you what you want to bring with you. If it's bikes or kayaks or whatever, all you got to do is just throw it in the back and you're good. But I'm gonna save that for after I've owned a truck, and then come back and let you know if it's worth it. If it's, I mean, you don't really lose a lot. You lose a bit of a driving. Handling is probably not that great in a truck, but how often do you go to the racetrack anyway? So I think it would be a cool idea to try it out. If I ever get a truck, it would be an F-150, because design-wise, I think it's the cleanest looking truck out there. This and the Ram 1500, the new Ram 1500 is a really good truck as well. I've always been in love with those headlights, and especially the new ones. They look very clean and stylish, and I did a redesign of it, of the Rebel one, because the nose looks kind of weird. But to clean that up, if you clean it up and you have it blacked out like that, I'm gonna link the video up here in the corner so you can go check that out. Well, that's also a really good looking pickup truck, but I would probably go for the F-150 if I had to pick one. So if you are one of the millions of truck owners here in the States or whatever, wherever you live, could you go back to not having a truck, and why? What's the reason for that? I've heard from a lot of people that own trucks that all of a sudden your friends start calling you more often with favors. And if someone is going to IKEA, could they borrow the truck? And somebody's moving, and all of a sudden they give you a call and they need to borrow the truck. And I can definitely see that happening. So talking about this design here, what exactly are we doing? Well, the new Bronco is coming out. I think it's going to be a simplified design graphically. I think the Bronco, the first concept that I saw of the Bronco looks really, really good. I like the boxiness of it. And as I said in the brief of this video, I think manufacturers are eventually going to start going back to simple geometries, and the class of vehicles are going to be divided and separated more clearly into different classes and not blend into each other so much. And I think with that comes a simplification of the design and the styling of the cars. So I was thinking here to have the whole wrap around, the whole black part that goes around the grille, to have that be some epoxy or some plastic, really dark tint on the finish of it, and then you have the LEDs behind it. So that was the initial thought, and you have different surfaces, they're facing different ways. The different surfaces are going to reflect, of course, either the ground if it's facing down, or the sky if it's facing up. And I think that would be some cool graphics to play around with this plastic part that wraps around the whole front end. One big thing design-wise and styling-wise that I wanted to work with in this redesign is symmetry. I wanted to have a very symmetrical front end. I think it suits the F-150, it suits just the truck segment in general, because it's supposed to be such a, it is a more of a functional vehicle than styling, and symmetry just adds to that feeling of functionality and simplicity, but you can still have it be a very cool looking front end. I wasn't sure I wanted to keep the light finish of the grille in the middle here. In the end, probably in 99% of the cases, I'm always going to go for the darker shade or the darker finish of these trim pieces. I'm not a big fan of chrome or lighter pieces in the front. I like to have it blacked out or matte black, or at least some type of dark gray, and that's what I went with here. So as you can see, this little slot right here fits perfectly to have a indicator or a running light, whatever that may be. I think when you have a wide vehicle like this, you need to have some sort of lights in the end point of the width of the car, and these can function. These lights could function as something like that as well. So we're coming to an end of this redesign. All I gotta do now is to turn the lights on. I wasn't sure in this redesign if I wanted to do that because they look so good turned off, but I had to at least see what they look like when they turned on, so I did that right here. As always, thank you for spending a few minutes with me today. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think about this F-150 redesign. If you enjoyed these kind of videos, I'm gonna link the playlist up here in the corner. If you're new to the channel, if you like these videos, hit the subscribe button. Also make sure to hit the bell so you get notified every time I upload a new redesign. And of course, like this video. I'm the Sketch Monkey. Take care. I hope to see you in the next one.